there's top heavy prize leagues and flatter prize leagues. The top heavy prize leagues are $12 to enter, and the flatter prize leagues are $8 to enter. But Legacy doesn't have a very large following online because it's very expensive to get into, so there aren't flat prize leagues for Legacy. This is a pretty easy mulligan, so your hands need mana, but they also need a win condition in this deck. This hand is very good. It needs one more piece of mana, but it gets a scry, it gets a draw step, it gets a Manamorphose. And we've got 1, 2, 3. We just need to get to a 4th, and then we crack this LED and blast off on the opponent here. Delver, they're gonna have one of them no fun Force of Will cards in their deck. Do I? Yeah, I'm just going for it. I'm not playing this deck to not go for it. And if you ever pause and think, should you go for it? The answer is always yes. Answer is never not yes, chat. Yes, Legacy is more expensive than Modern on Magic Online. It looks like Team Rocket's blasting off again. Nice Delver deck, opponent. Nice. You didn't even let me blast you. Opponent, come back. Come back, opponent. I wanted to fire the meme cannon. That's so rude. That's so rude. All right, so I'm gonna cut 2 songs and Manamorphose and board in some Xantid Swarms. Was that the Stone Cold Nuts? I mean, that's just what this deck does. You go, do you have a Force of Will or a free counterspell? Nope. Kill you. Kill you dead. If you've seen one Belcher deck, you've basically seen them all. Again, this hand doesn't have a win condition, so we're gonna mulligan. I'm actually gonna keep this one. It needs some more mana, but it's got Xantid Swarm in the opener to like stop their counter spells, and usually these decks keep like really mana heavy or really disruption heavy hands, as opposed to ways to clock you. Cast Land Grant. Get my Taiga, do this, cast my Xantid Swarm. We'll see, hopefully we don't get wastelanded. Oh no! Oh no, chat! They wastelanded us. That's not fair. They don't have any more, we don't have any more lands. Alright, fine. Fine. Alright, and this is a good note for all you aspiring Belcher players. These silly cards that I've sideboarded in, get rid of them when you're on the play. Don't pretend like you have a good chance against what they're doing. Just submit and try and kill them. I think Spanish Inquisition is more fun to play, but it's the worst deck in terms of power level. I also think that in general, if you want to play the most powerful turn 1 combo deck in Legacy, it's definitely red-black Reanimator. But if you want like a literally kill them on the first turn deck, I think Oops All Spells is actually the best literally win the game on turn 1 deck in Legacy. Just because like it needs so many fewer moving pieces. Yeah, I mean, there just aren't that many places you can play Legacy because it's really expensive to play. It's expensive to get into. I'd love to play first. Thank you for asking. What does this hand do? It goes 1 mana, 2 mana, and I can't get to this. I just have too many win conditions. Sad. This hand has 1 mana, 2 mana, 3 mana, a random, and then a Burning Wish. Okay, I have to mulligan again. Alright, we're dead. We're dead. Got it. I think Tin Fins is a really terrible Legacy deck. I think it's worse than Storm, and that's saying something. We've played Tin Fins a number of times on here, and it's just really mediocre compared to the other decks in the format. Tin Fins Tin Fins like does this awkward like middling selection of what it does, where it's like not quite, it's not quite what's the word I'm searching for? It's not quite fast enough and not quite interactive enough, and just like fails on both ends. That's not true. Our opponent's Wasteland and Meddling Mage beat us in the second game. Because there's so few people that play Legacy online, we'll probably spend more time waiting to find matches with this deck than we do actually play. That being said, JW, I haven't played Matt Nass's Hex Depths Tin Fins amalgamation, his like double combo deck. I haven't tried that one. I'm talking about like the just general Tin Fins deck. I play Hearthstone while we wait, right? Waiting to queue, waiting to queue. Do 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 do. But everyone's having a good morning. Happy Tuesday. I'm going to be this will be my my stream for the day. I won't be live this evening. I'll be live Thursday night for a long stream. I have to switch my Tuesday and Thursdays this week. I have something to do this evening. Well, Brawl is new and shiny. Yeah, Legacy queues. I definitely have waited, like, I have screenshots of like waiting 10 minutes for Legacy batches. Why is Storm bad in Legacy? I thought it was fast and had good interaction like Cabal Therapy. So the fair mid-range mush decks, the Deathrite Shaman mush decks, are just incidentally good against decks like Storm. They have discard, they have counter magic, they have Deathrite Shaman that can interact with their graveyard when they're trying to go off with Past in Flames, and then some of them even have things like Leovold and Null Rod and stuff like that, so they attack from a lot of different angles, and they just incidentally have a bunch of cards that are good against Storm, just because those are cards they want to be playing anyways. No, I'll be live tomorrow. I'll be live tomorrow, my normal Wednesday afternoon to the evening stream. So basically, instead of doing Tuesday to Monday to Wednesday in the evenings, then Thursday, Friday morning, I'm doing Tuesday, Friday morning, and then Monday, Wednesday, Thursday afternoons. All right, one another die roll. That's a good start. This hand makes 1 mana, makes 2 mana, makes 3, makes 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is a turn 1 kill. Just like we drew it up. This is a turn 1 kill off of 6 cards, which is great. And this is one of the reasons why I'm a big fan of the Oops All Spells deck too compared to this, because Oops All Spells only needs 4 mana to go off, which is great. I got land right here. I don't know what you're talking about. Whoop. What a bully has Force of Will in their opening hand. What a rude dude. This is smart, by the way. If the opponent played this well, you should always force the ritual that puts Belcher to 4 mana. That's the ritual you want to force. Unless they've shown you their hand with land grant and you know for a fact that they're going to have enough mana to recover when you force the ritual that puts them to 4. You should always force the ritual that puts them to 4 mana, because they could just empty you and then you can't force the empty. This hand could be anything, so we're going to keep. The best part about this hand is we get to probe our opponents. We get to right-click concede when they show us Force of Will. Heyo, I am Pterodactyl. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that. As always, subscriptions are the best way you can support what I do here. So welcome back for our 7th month in a row. Have I Have I mentioned this deck isn't good? We might take a cooler from Belcher. The online format, and this is part of why I haven't really been brewing in Legacy. The online format is so basically the card availability issues of Underground Seas costing $400 don't exist on Magic Online. So a lot of the people that play Magic Online, like the people that are willing to invest in Legacy on Magic Online, most of them are getting the better decks. So like the format is just, you're going to play against the Deathrite Shaman Mush decks more often than not. You're blind. It was the Yu-Gi-Oh card was Force of Will. The Yu-Gi-Oh card was Force of Will in their hand. We are going to get to Angel Stompy faster. Maybe we'll have a 3-deck morning. Usually we don't have time for 3 decks in the morning, but if this keeps going the way it's going. I think Punishing Jund is an okay deck in the format if you really have an aversion to playing the good cards. You want to see more Pauper in the world? Thank you, Calhones. We're going to do Pauper all day on Thursday. So Thursday afternoon, 3 o'clock, we're going to do our 6-7 hour stream with all Pauper. Foxicon, thank you very much for the tier 1 sub. I do appreciate that. Welcome back. I appreciate the support. We've won a lot of die rolls, chat, but we haven't won a lot of games. All right, what does this hand do? This makes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is actually the double. This is a good example of. You want Go Choice? All right. This hand's a good example of why there's only 3 Chrome Mox in the deck, because double Chrome Mox openers are really bad. This hand makes 1 mana, 2 mana, and 2 draws with Alliance Diamonds. It's probably fine. Justin the Enabler. Teferi Tribal. Stop it. Get out of here. When is Dealer's Choice Day? I need to figure that out. I might try and talk the wife into letting me do an extra stream again this weekend and then do a Dealer's Choice Day on like a Saturday, I think. All right, so let's do this. Hey! Commander Vex with the 3-month resub, a quarter of a year. Welcome back. Thank you for the continued support. I do appreciate it. Cast this Rite of Flame. Cast this LED. So what's my storm count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This would be 7. So I could make a bunch of goblins, but that's not fun. So I'm gonna wheel. I feel like if you're playing this deck and you have the option to wheel against a non-blue deck and you don't wheel, you just don't appreciate Belcher. So Diminishing Return gives us 7 fresh cards here. This is a wheel stream, yep. Opponent reading Diminishing Returns and trying to figure out why it's asking them how many cards they want. Oh no, chat, Duggernaut. Thank you for the 4-month resubscription. Welcome back. So, Diminishing Returns, in the randomness of older cards, it exiles 10 cards from the top of your deck. So apparently we exiled our Taiga here. That's fine, that's fine. What do you got? What do you got over here? What's your new 7 look like? Your new 7 is bad. Got it. Look at how many goblins we're gonna make, chat. Who's excited to make goblins? If you're not excited to make goblins, you stumbled into the wrong stream. I suggest you find a different one to watch. Yes, Desperate Ritual. Correct this. Do this. Goblin says. Storm is. This is my favorite part, finding out how much storm count we have. Ooh, 30 goblins on turn 1. That's exciting. That's exciting. Your move, opponent. More time spent in the queue than actual games. Thanks to the Steam Flogger Boss. We beat Gristlebrand, potentially. We could lose to an Elishnorn, though. Usually they have an Elishnorn in their main deck. This is, for those of you that are new to the stream or new to Belcher, you're playing against a deck that doesn't contain blue cards. What you're going to do is you're going to take these 15 cards, you're going to bring them in over here, and then you're going to take everything and you're going to shuffle, you're going to shuffle. You really want to make a show of the shuffling. You want to make sure your opponent thinks that you're doing something that's really, really important. You're doing something that's going to have an impact on game 2. Then you take these same 15 cards and you drag them back out here and you click submit. Again, for those of you that weren't paying attention, take your 15, drag them in, shuffle up, cut the same 15. And you can write that one down. You can use outside notes in between games of a match of Magic. You can use outside notes, that way you can remember that one. Herd to furry tribal again. Stop it. All of you get out of here. This hand has... If this hand hits a red source, it's pretty good, so I'm going to keep. We hit a starting red source, we get to go 1, 2, 3 Burning Wish double crack LEDs for just lots of stuff. Opponent is Mulligan to 3. God bless us, everyone. It's a Seething Song. That kinda counts as a red. I guess we'll probe now, because I could put that under Chrome Mox. Oh crap, they revealed Chancellor. I wasn't even paying attention. I think that's fine. I think we'd probably still do. Oh, I could have. No, I could have not have done that. Alright, your move, opponent. I heard stop it. The Teferi Tribal isn't a deck, chat. It's not a thing. Stop it. Oh, if they thought sees us here. Maybe I should have put my Chrome Mox into play. Oh, we're not getting thought seized. God bless. Ooh, another Chrome Mox. That's exciting. Alright, I'm going to cast this and exile this Seething Song rather than move to hand size. Oh, that actually lets us go off, right? Yeah, so let's do this. So get these going. And we established that this was a wheel stream, right? That's what we established earlier. This was a wheel stream. I would love to use Burning Wish's ability. Thank you. Diminishing Returns. I would love to draw 7 cards. See, my opponent mulliganed to 3. So if we didn't wheel here, it just wouldn't be a fair fight. So I need to give him the old college shake. Oh no, they have Entomb and Animate Dead here. Or they have Entomb and Animate Dead and Dark Ritual, which means they can put Elvish Stored into play. So goblins are not good enough, chat. Did we exile our Taiga? We did not exile our Taiga. We could have a misfire, people. There could be. Fine then, put this in the queue with those bits from earlier. Thopter, Eater. Yep. Thank you, Nivik. I will make a note to work on that. Alright, this could very well be a Belcher misfire, chat. I am aware that we are potentially not going to kill our opponent here. There is a Taiga in our deck. Yes! Victory! Any order. Got him. Got him. Lucky. Should never doubt the... Lucky. Should never doubt the people's cannon, right, Declan? Thank you for the bits, Nevik. Blasting off again! Look at that. On the scoreboard. 2 more matches in this league. We're going to play some Angel Stompy. Mardu mid-range. Certainly. Push Mardu right on up there. I agree. This deck is very funny. And look at that. The bit leaders for the week are Anaronix, Justin, and Nivik. Y'all rock. There's a reason why your faces are on the banner. I can't even tell you what the text is on those cards. Opponents! Come Legacy, opponents! Can you just add Chalice, City, and Tomb to any deck and call it Stompy? Yes, that is exactly, basically, so how Legacy Stompy decks works are, you play Chalice, you play Trinisphere, and you play some kind of lock piece, and then like, you deal out your possible win conditions at random, and then you pick one and then add colors of mana that those win conditions contain. I would love to play first. We've won every die roll this morning, and it feels great. Gosh, this hand is so close to being amazing. If this was a Simian Spirit Guide, we'd make 1 into 3 into 5 into cycle into this, but I just don't have a starter, which is really unfortunate. I don't have a way to like start generating mana. Again, just like double Chrome Mox, already a mulligan and no win condition. This hand, hey, Foxicon with the $20 donation. Thank you very much for that. I do appreciate it. Messaged you yesterday on Twitter about this mono blue control deck. Fantastic. I'll get that added today. So this hand makes 1, 2, 3, and then I have a probe and a scry. So I'm gonna bottom that because it doesn't make mana. I think Spanish Inquisition is the more fun deck to play. Speaking of bad Stompy decks, that Stompy deck's not bad. We've played it. I like it. All right. This might not... So Goblins is really loose against this deck, but unfortunately on 5 cards, Goblins is all we have, chat. Unfortunately, these 10 Goblins... I hope it's 10 Goblins. It is 10 Goblins. All right. These 10 Goblins are all we have, chat. These are my Goblins. I hope they're amazing. Please... Please don't Fiery Confluence me. Oh no, not a Chalice on 1. How can we ever possibly win the game now? Oh no. Oh no, chat, how do we ever beat a Chalice on 1? How do we beat a Chalice on 1? Oh no. It's a Goblin Beer Batch, chat. And you realize we were playing the Goblin's Mirror this morning in Legacy. Anyone else realize that's what we were doing? Goblin's Mirror? Yay! Magic! And again, for those of you that are just joining us that might have missed the last match where we took down some sideboarding notes, opponent's not playing Force of Will. So you take these cards, these 15 cards, and you board them in. Then you take the rest of these and you shuffle, and you shuffle, and you shuffle. You gotta mix it all up around really good. You gotta make sure your deck is thoroughly randomized. And then you take the same 15 cards, you board them back out. So again, 15 out, 15 in. Just good, clean sideboarding. This hand lacks a win condition. We mulligan to 5 to bait the opponent before going off. So yeah, we're gonna mulligan here. Definitely Really need a win condition. This hand's actually a keep because it's got double Gitaxian Probe in it. We get a scry, we're on the draw. We could generate 1, 2, 3, 4 mana guaranteed, and then we get a draw step plus 2 randoms here. It's a turn 4 format, right? Right? We didn't attack for lethal till turn 3. It was fine. Opponent kept 6. So our opponent has kept 6 cards, which I assume means we're about to concede to a turn 1 lock piece, but that's fine because we're going to be on the play for game 3, chat. So what you need to understand is this isn't a deck that you play if you're interested in beating things. If your opponent has things, you just concede and move on with your life. But in the event they don't have things, they often die. You just gotta strap in, hope you don't crash. Just get them. My dad senses are tingling. I think there might be something crappier than Charbelcher in my basement. I might need to run and change a diaper here. That's a win condition that needs some more mana. So we're looking for a Seething Song. Wow, they kept a hand. Oh, they kept a hand with Fiery Confluence. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. I'm gonna take a picture of this like it matters. I'm gonna pretend that this matters. Rite of Flame is okay. Another Rite of Flame or a Seething Song are what we're looking for here. LED as well. Looking for something that makes 2 mana. That is the perfect. So we get to wheel this turn. Because everybody knows we're not playing this deck to not wheel, chat. Will you just auto pass already, opponent? I've seen your hand, you don't have anything. This is in fact a wheel stream. Look, if you're playing this deck and you have the option to wheel and you don't wheel, you don't deserve to be playing Charbelcher, okay? You don't like gambling enough. I'm gonna go change a diaper really quick though while our opponent apparently tanks. Lordy, kid, what are we feeding you?
I got big poop.
You got big poop?
I drink green water.
You drink green water? Yep. Next time, tell Daddy you need to poop and we'll go on the potty, okay? Carl, done potty? No, you need to start using it.
Super.
All right, sorry about that. I'm still playing Dad in the mornings until the end of the month, or the end of next month. We'll have be looking into daycare. We've already looked into daycare options, so we're gonna do that for next month. I'd love to use Burning Wish's ability. So they could Fiery Confluence us next turn. So we need to actually kill them. All right. So what's your new hand look like, opponent? That's a whole lot of jack squat. A Whole lot of jack squat. Yeah, give me another LED, please. Another empty. All right, so I've got 1, 2, and then these make 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm 1 short of blasting off the cannon this turn. Hey, Tank Lord. Thank you for the $8 donation. Some friendly democracy for an Amulet Titan, Mr. Hoagland. Sounds good, will do. We'll get those added at the end of the stream. Thank you very much for the donation. This hand's fine. It, well, actually, do we... Yeah, they don't have Confluence. Do we just make Goblins? I could blast off the Charbelcher next turn, but I kind of just want to make Goblins, right? Yeah, I'm just gonna make Goblins. What are we're talking about? This is the deck for you if you like to gamble. So let's gamble a little bit. I want to give the opponent a fighting chance. It only seems fair to give them a sporting chance, right? All right, 28 Goblins, opponent. Your move. Put me in, Coach. Kellic61. Thank you very much for the 2-month resubscription. I appreciate that. As always, subscriptions are the best way you can support what I do here. So thank you for re-upping. Just like that, we are 2-2. Please, Wizards of the Coast, for the last match of this league, give me someone who has chosen to register Basic Plains and Mother of Runes. Please, for the last match of this league, give me someone who has chosen to register Basic Plains and Mother of Runes. That's basically all you want out of life when you're playing a deck like this. You just want to sit down across the table and your opponent goes, Basic Plains, Mother of Runes. And you're like, oh, you're dead. You're dead. Kill you. All right, get him. Or Heritage Druid. Yep. Heritage Druid also works. Statistically, we're about to get Force of Willed out of another match, but that's fine. We had our fun. One of the reasons why this deck is hilarious is because it's a good time even if you don't catch the league. Please, RNGesus. Please, RNGesus. So we actually played Cephalid Breakfast that had a couple of Mother of Runes and 1 Basic Plains, but statistically, Basic Plains Mother of Runes is not going to have Force of Will. Basic Plains Aether Vial. Yep. Please, please, please. Yeah, occasionally, like, your deck beats itself, but in general, those are the types of matchups we're looking for. If we win this next one, we get a Chesty. It's exciting. It's exciting. Charbelcher making money. What kind of sweet madness is this? Stoneblade decks don't generally play Mother of Runes, but Stoneblade's also, like, not really an archetype in Legacy anymore, just because, like, Deathrite Shamans overrode it. Want another die roll. Want another die roll. 1 mana, 2 mana, 3 mana. 1, 2, 3, 4. Crack the LED. Kill you. Yep. Please be a bad deck without force. Please be a bad deck without force. All right, this is what I got, opponent. This is what I have. You have Force of Will. I'll concede if you have Force of Will, but if you don't, the meme cannon's going to blast off here. Prepare the meme cannon. Load the meme cannon, chat. Packet full of goods, like Black Lodi and things of that nature. I don't like that you're not auto-passing, opponent. Why aren't you auto-passing, opponent? Dear opponent, why aren't you auto-passing? No, stop it. Stop pausing like you could have a nope, stop it. You're just pausing because you're salty. You're not pausing because you have a force. Don't ruin my day, opponent. Yes! Yes! Load the meme cannon! The People's Cannon is blasting off again! Got him. Fire the cannon! Sideboarding for when you kill them before they play a card. Same as when you sideboard as when you don't have blue cards. Just submit. Just submit. Just don't worry about it. Just, you know, click the submit button and just assume that it's going to sort itself out. Boom! Headshot! Thank you, Commander, for the bits. I appreciate that. What does this hand do? Double Chrome Mox, so probably a Mulligan. So, like, this makes 1 mana. I actually can't cast this because I don't have green. So, yeah, this is definitely a Mulligan. This hand is also terrible. This hand makes 1, 2, 3, 4 mana and then puts 8 goblins into play. Opponent's mulligan to 5, so hopefully 8 goblins will be good enough. I don't think 4 mana is good enough. I'd rather mulligan that. When you have a bunch of LEDs in your deck, you can do better on average. Especially, like, I more aggressively mulligan close 7s with the scry roll when I'm on the draw. So the scry roll factors largely into mulligans with a deck like this, I think. Oh no! Oh no! Basic Island! Oh no! Chat, how do we... Are they... Don't interact, opponent! Just stop it. Don't even why are you thinking about interacting with me, opponent? Don't do that. Don't interact with me. I'm gonna cast some kind of like Flusterstorm, like a big meanie. All right, these are my goblins. There are many like them, but these ones are mine. Oh no! Oh no! Showing stuff! Showing stuff! Well, hopefully they're dead next turn. I would love to cash a league. It's been a while since we cashed a Belcher league. We're in a real medium. And by that I mean just not hot. Alright, 10U. Go. This is an intuition. Cunning Wish. Oh no. Oh no. Please don't kill my goblins, opponent. Please don't. Oh no, chat. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Mercy. The goblins have families, opponent. They have families. They're just trying to get by in the world. Why are you so rude to my goblins? Need a butter sandwich? All right, let Dad finish losing. Their hand could be nothing. I'm gonna cycle this. Normally I'd concede here, but they're at 5 with 3 cards in their hand. Like, what do you have? This will tell me if I can concede. They don't have anything. We have a Tinder Wall. So, like, we could draw a Belcher here. Prepare the meme cannon! Oh no, they drew a big scary blue card. They drew a big scary blue card. I'd be there's probably an Echoing Truth or an Abrade in their Cunning Wish package, but like, you know, we're gonna make them do it. Weird that they cast the second Brainstorm before fetching to clear the first. Don't force me, don't force me, don't force me, don't force me. Please, please don't force me. Please don't force me. Please don't force me. A lot of these decks play Fluster and not Spell Pierce. Impulse, okay. It's freeing or liberating in a way to know that like the result of the game is like outside of my control by and large. Just like what happens in this game isn't on me. I'm just over here doing my thing, and if my thing is good enough, then we get to win the game. And if my thing's not good enough, we lose, and that's okay too. It's none of the pressure is on me to actually have to outplay my opponent. I just like, this is my thing. Is my thing good enough? We're just a bot. Yep. We're just rowing through the motions. Hey, Einerfert, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime support. There's a lot of excellent people streaming on Twitch right now, so I appreciate you choosing to put your fun money towards my channel this month. So thank you for that. I'm gonna ritual during their upkeep because I would like to, if they have a Flusterstorm, make them tap the mana on their turn. Yeah, that first Brainstorm drew the other two. Do you have a thing? Do you have a thing? Ayo! Da 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 da. What a fantabulous way. What a fantabulous way to close out the league. The meme cannon bringing in the points, cooking us dinner. Declan, we can afford for you to eat now. The meme cannon has made us money. All right. I am gonna pull up Angel Stompy here. I need to run upstairs and make Declan a butter sandwich really quickly, and then we will grab some cards for this and Stompy all over some nerds' hopes and dreams, hopefully.